Welcome to Educate Africa with Dr. Sanele Kamede. I was reading your comments, your feedback. It's so exciting to know that you guys are benefiting and that you guys are engaging with the content. I'm so excited that this community is also growing. Please make sure that you continue to tell a friend about these podcasts. Today, I just want to talk about something, and again, it's me and you. I want to talk about something that many people have shared, and it's all over the internet. And you probably wondering, why am I talking about it if it's all over the internet? It's called a vision board. I'm talking about it because many people, they will just talk about a vision board and not make it relate to you. And I want to talk about it so that it can relate to you. I don't want to go fancy on you, because most people, they just talk about, create a vision board, cut pictures and all of that, and they don't really take you through on how and what is this all about and why you should have it, and what is the purpose for a vision board. Let me start with, what is a vision board? A vision board has visions. So a vision board is made up of different visions, which normally we say it's a vision board because we normally paste them in a board, something like this. And historically, people will then use pictures, to show their vision. It's all about where you see yourself, where you want to go, and what you want to achieve. It's all about putting a roadmap. A vision or a vision board is made out of roadmaps to where you want to go. And the reason I'm saying a vision board is made of visions, it's because you can't have one vision about your life. So I, for one, if you go to my vision board online course, you will see that I've used my personal life actually to take you through this idea of a vision board. And I've shared different visions about my life. I have a vision for my marriage. I have a vision for my kids. I have a vision for my work. I have a vision for my career. I have a vision for my spiritual life. I have a vision for my personal life. So these are different visions in a vision board. So I come up with these visions, and then I paste them in this vision board. And I don't like using pictures, but you can go ahead. You can use pictures. It's actually look nice when you have the pictures. I use words, because one of the biggest mistake that people do is paste the pictures and never give a short description of what is this all about and how they are going to get there. They don't just set goals. So for them, it's just a vision. I want to buy a car. They don't say which car, why they want to buy a car, when they want to buy a car, and what do they need to do for them to buy a car. Let me emphasize, it is very important for everyone to have a vision board, to have a vision. It doesn't matter how old you are, you need to have a vision. A life without a vision is just a wish. And people die wishing. People die with their wishes, because the minute you don't put it down, you are not going to do it. I know you will argue with me. I know you will defend yourself. And I know you will have excuses for not writing it down. But I want to promise you, it is most likely that you are not going to execute what you want to do if you didn't put it down. That's why the people who came up with this whole vision board, they found it very important for you to have it in a board. And I want you to go, maybe in your spare time, look at the history of vision boards. when does this whole idea came up, and what was the idea behind it. That's your assignment. But for me, the most important part is the why you need a vision board, which I've just highlighted. A life without a vision is just a wish. And I don't want you to keep on wishing, I wish I could do this, I wish I could have this, I wish. The minute you start putting it down is the minute you will start. And I want you to start putting the goals next to it. How am I going to get this qualification? You want to finish it? How is the most important thing. When do you want to finish it? And what would it take? What are the daily goals for you to actually get into that vision? I want you to take a piece of paper and make sure that you list these visions. And I said to you, they are going to be different. I meant because we are different. I'm not currently studying, so I don't have a vision for studies. But I have kids, so I have a vision for my kids. I'm married, and you might not be married. So I have a vision for my marriage, and you might not have a vision for a marriage. So I want you to list all these things, but there are things that are just standard, like your personal life, I suppose your spiritual life as well. I suppose you probably have your siblings. You might not have your kids, but you probably have your siblings. You can have some sort of a vision around that. So I want you to list all this vision as I've listed mine. And I want you to start thinking, what is it that I want to achieve? And I want you to be honest with yourself. I don't want you to start doing this out of excitement, because beginning of the year, everyone is excited about developing their own vision board, having visions, goal settings, and we get so excited to talk about it. But 3 months later, when you go back to someone and you say, hey, can you show me your vision board? They have nothing to show. Where are you with your vision? They have nothing to show. What are the goals? Have you set the necessary goals to get into this vision? They have nothing to show. So I want you to list all of these visions and make sure that you are as honest as you can when it comes to why you need this and when you need this. Because it's very important that when you develop a vision board, you have the time frame. You have what it takes to achieve it. You have defined this vision board or this vision in your vision board. You have defined the goals, or you have set the goals for you to reach that vision. So make sure that you have all of this down. And I want you to take a further step. Consult. I want you to consult, especially when it comes to priorities. Because most people, they have the visions. They have the visions in the vision board, but they don't know which one to start with, when to start. And some, they are afraid because now they can see the whole picture. Now they've set the goals, the visions, and they've spoken to someone about them. You just need to start where you can start. And the priority, it starts with what is necessary now. I don't want you to frustrate yourself with obtaining a car, yet you know that it needs you to find a job before you can buy a car. So as much as you have it in your vision board, put it aside. Stop thinking about it. Not that you have forgotten about it, but there is no use of you to think about it all the time. Just think about these ones that you need to achieve now, such as your education if you are studying. You wake up every day and you go to study. Set those goals. What do you want to achieve in this module? If it's your family, family is something that happens every day. So the priorities, sometimes they just figure themselves out because you know when to start by what is necessary at the moment, what is needed at the moment. Don't try to push. When life says, I want you to take care of your kids now, don't say, I want to finish my studies. You will actually won't enjoy the studies, because every time you study, something comes to disturb you. So which means you started with something that shouldn't have been started with in your vision or in your vision board. So make sure that you have them listed and what needs to be done first, and you know what it needs to be done. The most important thing, as I end, is the issue of consistency. Put some time. Visions, they're not going to achieve themselves if you don't put some time. Work on them. You need to motivate yourself before someone else motivate you, and be consistent in your visions. In fact, you will see people celebrating their graduation, and you wouldn't not understand how they got there. If they were to sit down with you and tell you what they went through, you will realize that consistency is key and putting the time is key. Let's go out there, develop our vision boards, develop our visions, but let us not forget that it takes you working on it on a daily basis. I would like to hear what you think about it.